You know what else is crazy? Brett Siegel, BS, bullshitting us all week about Duncan Robinson getting dropped from the team. Incorrect. We're keeping the fucking shooter. 42% last year. Showed up in the playoffs with a bad back. Shout out to Duncan Robinson. I'm glad that he's staying. I like him a lot.
Absolutely. And I'm really happy they aren't doing what Chris said about the edge rushers with the Lions. Like, just one. We got one, right? We got one 40% shooter.
Yeah.
Now you have multiple options. And I do believe Kevin Huerter is a good three-point shooter. He just had a bad year last year. But I do believe he has it in him to shoot over 35% in the NBA. I've seen him do it. So that is very, very good to have a rotation of shooters now. Like, you saw what Trajan saw what beat us. You saw the Cavs. Everybody on that team was coming off the bench shooting. You had like 6 white guys on the floor at the same time, it felt like. But it is what you need in this league to survive, especially when you have a facilitator like Cade Cunningham, a secondary facilitator in Ausar Thompson, and a good lob threat in Jalen Duren. You need to have more shooters on the floor. And now you have 4 guys, 3 of whom shot over 40% from 3 last year.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. By the way, you fucking spit. I love Duncan Robinson. I know you want to spit too. Should we do Duren right now and not Duncan? Is Duren a bigger story right now? Or should we continue with Duncan?
No, let's keep the guy that's actually here.
Yeah, we can keep with Duncan.
Okay, let's go.
Let's talk about the guy that wanted to sign here.
Right, we'll get to it. We'll get to it.
Why else do you like him more than Jalen Duren, Nick?
Hell of a shooter. He can.
Bro, you know what's crazy? I was flipping through Instagram today, just right before we came on, and I saw Yes Jules. Fucking, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yes,
but like
Jules. Wow.
her man was like a backup linebacker, practice squad linebacker like previously.
Yeah.
Like imagine like your girl like left you and became LeBron's side piece. Like, oh fuck.
Yeah,
dude.
that would suck.
There's just no like oh shit, son.
Hit
you
it
brag
first.
about that, or
Hit it
you
first.
a loser for bragging about it?
Hit it first.
You brag
I
about
guess
it
so.
for sure.
Yeah,
you know Flacco hit it first.
Sure.
Fair.
I'm thrilled about Duncan Robinson still being here. I'm not going to go crazy about the Kevin Huerter. These are his last 3 years, 30%, 31%, or 30%, 37 and 30. So it's a little iffy.
I heard a 7.
It far and few in between, but I'm thrilled about Duncan Robinson. And like you guys talked about, you can have multiple shooters. It's only going to help your superstar in Cade Cunningham. I'm so excited about what the Detroit Pistons are doing. Actually, for the first time ever in the history of his career, equipping him with shooters all around, you are truly going to see this offense thrive. And with a guy like Ausar leading the defense, it's not going to matter if they're not all world defenders in a John Collins or in a Duncan Robinson, because the team defense around it will be capable, and when you're shooting the lights off of the ball every night, it's going to be just fine.
And real quick to that point, the Ausar defense, like we saw him in the playoffs make blocks on centers and power forwards in the paint, and he could jump up and guard the perimeter, and you have Cade Cunningham guarding the perimeter too. Like, I ain't tripping so much with the decline in defense of Isaiah Stewart leaving, and even Tobias. John Collins better defensively in my opinion than Tobias, at least more athletic.
Well, what I like about this is that you got more versatility, because remember the thing we talked about with the rotations all year, it was like, man, you bring this player in like Ron Holland, great defense, cool, but no offense. You bring in this player, offense but no defense. You know, it was very much like it wasn't a lot of two-way players. It wasn't a lot of flexibility within the lineups. Now you have that, because you have guys like John Collins, who I expect to be a good rebounder and contribute on the defensive end. You have Isaiah Joe, who is a good 3 and D wing, playing both sides of the ball. So I think you just have a lot more versatility. But going to Duncan Robinson, why I love it is because he's big. He's big for a 2-guard, and he was playing the 2-guard a lot last year. So he can slide to the 3. You can bring in Isaiah Joe. Those two can fit perfectly together in a lineup with a free roaming safety like Ausar Thompson. I mean, Ausar Thompson, I'm convinced that you put him out on the floor, you're a top 15 defense. Just that guy alone. Yeah. He's that special of a defender all the way around in his versatility. Yeah. And then you can supplement it with the spacing, like we talked about last segment with John Collins at the 5. Yeah, like
it's just the mentality of your head coach too.
Yes.
Like we saw some
JB
defense out of Duncan Robinson that I never thought I would see on James Harden. Granted, it's a fucking 40-year-old James Harden doing it, but like he showed up at times. Like just the mentality of the team by itself. What JB is going to enforce on them. Even a Corey coming in. Like I thought about this. This is like a weird. I don't want to pull Neil, so I'm prefacing this. But like I think we're gonna see the best version of Corey because he came to a defensive-minded team, and it made me think about like what version of Melo we would have saw if he would have came to the 04 Pistons.
Yeah.
I'm not comparing the players at all, but just like the mentality of the team that they're going to, like how that can shape what the player ends up being the rest of his career.
So one thing I want to say about Duncan too that I think would have been very underrated, and this is why when we signed him, I was very happy with this signing, is because remember how I mentioned his two-man game, his ability to move without the ball, to drive to the rim, to cut, relocate, do all of those things, some secondary playmaking. All of that stuff was huge in the playoffs. You saw it for the Detroit Pistons. And that is something that would have been, you wouldn't have just been losing a 40% three-point shooter. You would have also been losing that too. So I think that him with guys like Collins and guys like Isaiah Joe that you can now trust to spray out to, I think Duncan Robinson's playmaking will be actually a very, once again, sneaky underrated part about his game.
Yeah, it was
and
for me.
that's what made him a very good player. He wasn't just Malik Beasley. He was more than that.
You guys want a bad easy take to make fun of me for? I was originally saying that Duncan was a downgrade from Malik. He was an upgrade.
Yeah.
He was an upgrade for that very reason.
That's
I
what I was
was wrong.
trying to say.
I was
Dead
a little
wrong on that.
skeptical about his defense.
I believed in Duncan Robinson and playoff Tobias Harris. Let it be noted. But no.
Don't you dare mention that trade.
But no, shout out to Duncan Robinson. We do need him. I mean, the motion shooting that he brings to this lineup is so important. And like I said, now you have 3 guys on this team that shot over 40% from 3 last year. Like, that alone makes you much more dangerous. I did have a point, but I forgot.
Yeah,
what it was.
playmaker like Cade Cunningham to fucking do it.
Oh, JB Bickerstaff had Tobias Harris putting Karl Anthony Towns in a box in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like, you guys remember that. We all saw that. John Collins is much more athletic, younger, and a versatile defender. I think he'll be much better defensively here than he was in LA.
I agree
He's
with
a better
that.
fit in all around. Like he went from 19 points a game to 12 points a game in LA. That looks weird. I got, but it's 1 year sample size from a new team. If he was putting up those 12 points for 3 seasons, then I'd have some concerns. But that's not the case.
That was also a team easy where you got to remember that was Kawhi, James Harden, dribble the shit
Yep.
out of the basketball. Like there was not a lot of opportunity for John Collins there. So
yeah,
I'm not
his
tripping
career
about
is 15. I expect it to be that with the Pistons.
Yeah.
How
Yes.
about that?
I
Maybe
would
even
ex-
16.
Yeah, I would expect 16 or 17. I think that's fair for John Collins, unless Trajan's not done cooking here. But I think that John Collins was a great addition. I think Duncan Robinson, keeping him, was one of the most important things for the Pistons this offseason because, like you said, you needed multiple shooters. This isn't the edge room where you could just be like, all right, we got one, we're good. You saw that didn't work in the playoffs. You saw you needed more. And so I love this. The Pistons have a lot more versatility, and Duncan Robinson coming back is a huge part of that offensive versatility.
Hell
And
yeah,
the
dude.
Red Wings just traded for Keegan Colasar. They gave up a 3rd and a 7th for him. He is a bottom 6 forward, but he has had over 200 hits for the past 5 seasons in a row.
Bring
and
that
he was
physicality.
he was 7th in the NHL in hits last year.
Wow.
So to have him
get it right up in
on
ya.
your bottom 6, he's only played in Vegas. Championship mentality, physical, point of attack guy that's not going to back down. A lot of playoff experience. Again, in a vacuum, a very good. I don't want to say very good because he's a marginal player, but it's a good addition to your bottom 6.
Blitz the super chat says, honest question. You boys think if Asar improves his scoring, he has the highest ceiling on the team, other than Cade, of course.
Yes. I think
Right now, currently,
if
yeah.
he could shoot,
that's
he'd
very-
be one of the best players in the NBA.
Yeah,
I think
for sure.
even if he develops a consistent, some sort of just like mid-range float game, like I don't think he takes a lot. Like I mean, we all want him
Or
to
to
shoot
be
threes.
more aggressive finishing.
Yes.
Plant that bitch on someone's head.
Yeah.
Stop these fucking layups, man.
Yeah, and you know who's not afraid to put people in the fucking bucket is John Collins.
Yep.
Yeah.
He
Not at
will
all.
catch some bodies out there.
Bodies.
And hopefully that
Good.
inspires Jalen Duren and Asar Thompson to start doing the same more often because they both can.
It's
I
about
heard
to be
maybe
Lob
Neil
City.
said, Cade might be a John Collins merchant these days.
He could be.
It's about to be Lob City in Detroit, and with that, all the lobs that Cade's going to be throwing, to pair with Isaiah Joe, Duncan Robinson, spacing out the floor, honestly, Cade Cunningham could average 12 assists next year.
And
I'm
actually-
going to stick with 11. I'm going to say Cade Cunningham will
What do you
average
this year? What do you average this year?
10.
9.7, yeah, close.
I think he's going to average 10 or 11 assists next year, but he could hit 12 legitimately.
Can I real
which would
quick go
be
back?
I can't
the
see.
leader of the NBA.
I apologize, Nick.
Right back on you.
Corey having Duncan the ball with, brother.
He's
Oh,
right up
my.
Yeah.
Oh,
Corey
my,
creating
dude.
space with Duncan running around out there.
Smart, willing passer.
And you like, if you keep Ron Holland, there's your Asar clone off the
Yes.
bench.
I'm trying not to get too excited about Okori because I'm like,
I'm
you
excited
got to give
about
him a
Okori.
couple years,
Fair.
but I mean, dude, this
What?
guy,
No
this
way.
guy could
23
burst onto the
games?
scene.
No way.
23 a game.
He's gonna have. I think he averages.
19.
I think he averages 13 plus next year.
Whoa.
Okay,
yes.
I like that. I like that. I'm good with
give,
that.
Give him 13-3 off the bench.
Adam from the D. With, oh, go ahead.
Oh,
Sorry,
shit.
there's a bunch of super
Alright,
chats
let's
in
see.
there. I don't know if we got to all of them.
1 second. 13.3?
13.3.
I love it. That's like
See,
top
this-
5 rookie of the year.
Now, put it in your notes. Put it in your phone notes.
Okay.
13.3
Alright.
off the bench.
I love it. That's an aggressive take, man. I'm here for it.
I'm telling you, man, kids
Hey,
a
you got
bucket.
Derek Morgan at 6'7",
That's a different story.
I think this key's gonna have the key, or this kid's gonna have the keys to the bench. In a little while.
Who's the better rookie between those two? Who's gonna have the better rookie season?
Ooh.
I think Okori has more production from college
I think, yeah.
and higher upside.
All right, a couple of super chats in
It's
there.
hard to compare that.
Jake G says, "Do you think this rules out Duren for Jaylen Brown, sign and trade, or a Holland and picks for Trey Murphy?"
Stay
No.
tuned.
Yeah, but don't stay tuned. I just gave you the
Don't touch that dial.
Yeah. No, we will be talking about that coming up next.
We can go to
Adam
break.
from the D says, "Hogs out for the boys. Give me a belt buckle or something. Hashtag sus. Hashtag it's not gay if you're friends."
Shout out Mark.
Wow.
Shout out Mark.
It is still gay if you're friends.
Shout out Mark's Hog.
Yeah.
Blitz does bits super chat says, "Honest question. You boys think if we already did that one, right? Asar improves his scoring. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think he already has the highest ceiling on the team.
He's
outside
so
of
elite on the defensive end that I would argue. I mean, I value
Yeah,
him
he's
more than
special.
Dirk.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you're seeing that quite clearly because
Yeah.
they had a SAR extension basically rumored in place before they still can't figure out Duren's pay. So
Bowen
I think
Byram,
that shows you.
12.5 average annual value is crazy.
SAR ain't going nowhere.
Have we gotten a summer league schedule? Because I'm going to be completely overreacting when he's dropping 20
yeah.
a game.
No,
I just know it starts July
Wait till
7th.
he drops a
I know
50
it
bomb
starts
out
July
there.
7th.
Oh, shit.
I bet he has a summer league game where he scores over 35 points.
Are the NBA Rookie of the Year odds out yet?
I'm telling you, if he plays,
I mean,
he's
stat
not going to be
class,
rookie of the
stat
year.
class.
Yeah, stat class. But I think he will be I think he'll be the best scorer off your bench, and I think, as the season goes on, he will take the keys. I think they're going to give him to Dennis at first or whoever, but I think he will take the keys. And like I said, I think he will have a summer league game where he scores over 35 points as long as he's playing like real minutes. Which
I
he's going
try
to.
not to because they're not the same play style, but I try not to go there, but my mind is going there. Like I really do see this guy's upside in Okori, and I can see the Luka Brunson thing, like where it's like that's a guy that's like your maybe he even comes off the bench, maybe he starts, you don't know, but like that's your secondary creator long term. Like I want to get a creator right now because
You said you're not going to get too excited, and you just called him Jalen Brunson. You
long
can't do
term.
both of those.
I said long term. I said I don't want to get excited for this season, is what I'm saying, because like I can't expect him to this season be a big contributor.
That's fair.
But
19 years old.
yes,
But I mean,
going
I do
forward,
expect him
love
to be
these-
fucking
I
him.
expect him. This is the NBA. You got buckets. You got buckets. He's gonna go in there and get some buckets.
13.3 though.
13.3
Off the bench.
off the bench. Yeah.